Hello my loves, welcome back to the Venus series. This video is Venus in Scorpio. As I'm doing this Venus series, I've definitely noticed some patterns in my subscribers and my viewers that leave comments, and by far, the two most requested and most anticipated videos of this series were the Venus in Leo video and the Venus in Scorpio video. Now, I love Venus and Leo, but I mean, if you follow my channel at all, you should know that Scorpio is my life. Scorpio is everything to me. I love the sign Scorpio. Scorpio is so intense, so deep, so visceral, but yet aware and conscious. Very spiritual energy, very psychic energy. Scorpio is the second water sign. It rules the 8th house. The 8th house is my favorite. I love the 8th house. Venus in Scorpio. Well, this placement is extremely passionate in love and can be a little bit possessive in love relationships, and pretty much all creative endeavors are just you put your 200% in. And it's not just your intention, it's also your emotions. Once you hook and bind with someone or something or some idea, the Venus in Scorpio is committed. That is something that you don't find that often nowadays, and that's why I absolutely love Scorpio. Scorpio is real. Scorpio is your ride or die. And that's why if you betray them, if you're going to betray a Venus in Scorpio, how about you just don't ever get involved with them? Because trust me, you're better off that way. And so are they. So are they. Venus in Scorpio hates nothing more than trusting someone and liking someone that ends up betraying them. Trust is of the utmost importance with this placement. Venus in Scorpio is an extremely creative placement as well, because Scorpio represents the part of the ocean that hasn't even been explored yet, way down at the ocean floor. Have you seen those Planet Earth videos, those Discovery documentaries, that kind of thing, where they just have cameras in the most remote areas of Earth to document the wild beauty of nature? There are some episodes where they take it all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. Mind you, this is just one little tiny portion of the bottom of the ocean, but still, it is the darkest place you've ever been. They have to have night vision in order to even see any of the crazy creatures and fish that survive and thrive down at the very bottom of the ocean, because the gravity is different, the pressure is different. It takes a very durable creature to live and survive down there. Scorpio, pretty much, they could throw down at the bottom of the ocean, if you know what I mean. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for what's hidden underneath. The way that they create things is very deep and very creative. It's always tapped into a psychic realm, be it a positive spiritual realm or a more dark, a more sinister spiritual realm. And that's what Scorpio's lesson really is to choose to rise above and be the phoenix, not the snake. If your Venus is in Scorpio, if that's your only Scorpio placement, I mean, it's still very intense, because Scorpio will always be an intense placement. Doesn't matter if you're Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. Ooh, Mars in Scorpio is another good one. Pluto. Love all my Pluto and Scorpios. What up? Let's change the world. It will always be a very dominating placement, especially if you've got some conjunctions in Scorpio. It can make for a very powerful person. Venus in Scorpio is a very powerful placement. And let me tell you, they seek out people that are on their level. They don't want to settle for someone that's not on their level, if you know what I mean. Passionate, intense lovers. You do not want to burn the bridge with them. It's a stereotype for Scorpio, but it's very true, especially if your Venus is in Scorpio, because that's where your heart is, that's where your romantic interests lie, and that's where you're most vulnerable. No matter where your Venus placement is, romantic relationships puts you in a very vulnerable place. Scorpio absolutely hates being vulnerable. They are the only sign that just puts up walls. It takes literally an army to break those down. And so when you do break those down, and then you go behind their back, or you betray them, or you lie to them, Scorpio can't even do with that, because it makes them feel stupid. It's the same with Venus in Scorpio. If someone betrays you, you hate them because they make you feel stupid, because you ever trusted them and let them into your life and let them become an important part of your emotions, because Scorpio is extremely emotional. Venus in Scorpio is extremely emotional. You will attract that super intense emotional experience from other people, and that's what people love about you as well. And you're super attractive. Venus in Scorpio is very sexy, of course. I mean, Scorpio is sexy. It's such a cliche, I hardly even mention that in my videos, but yeah, Scorpio is sexy. This placement really has beautiful eyes, and if you can have a conversation with someone without saying a word, but just staring into each other's eyes, that's kind of what this placement's looking for. Now, this Venus placement can be extremely dominating with the aspects that it makes to other planets. Like if this Venus makes an aspect to Pluto, or Mars, or the Moon, it can exacerbate it even more and add even more dimensions to it. Really, if you have this placement, you always need to be that phoenix rising out of the ashes. That's your true nature. Because again, Venus will always seek the positive expression of a sign. This is where Venus in Scorpio has a lot to teach the world. And they can do it in such a beautiful, profound way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for Venus in Sagittarius.